Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to The Bright Side. This is part 2 of Lizzie and I yapping on here because Lord knows that we had a lot to say through him, so we're going to dive into it. But we love you guys and we cannot wait for this podcast.
Yes.
Because I think a lot of times when we're going through hard times, it's easy to be like, God, where are you?
Yeah.
Like, God, where you at? Like,
there?
man. Like the last couple of weeks, I feel like I've just been like, like hit in the face like over and over and over. And I've had to be so careful with how I speak to the Lord because I've had to be careful not to be like, God, why are you doing this to me? Like, God, why is this happening? Why, like, me. But instead, how, Lord, can you use this? How, Lord, can I be a vessel in this? How, Lord, can you refine my heart in this season of patience and pruning and waiting? Because, like, I think sometimes it's so easy. And honestly, I was convicted of this the other day. I was reading Isaiah, and it was like, I want to say Isaiah 41 verse 2 or something like that.
I love Isaiah
but
41.
It's so good. But there was a verse and it said, it was like, for they were, like, he brought the sickness on them to humble them because they were, like, super prideful or something like that. And the last, like, 2 weeks, I had been like on cloud 9. I was like doing good in school. I was doing all things. I was like on my little pedestal. And I think for a moment I forgot. I might have been confessing it with my mouth, but I don't think I was believing with my heart that I was giving the Lord the praise. And in a way, I think it was almost like a sense of the devil using pride to like get in the way. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm up here. But then I got hit with like all this stuff and it humbled me so quickly. And I realized like how often in the good times do we forget to praise the Lord? Because it's like now that we have all of these blessings, it's so easy to be like, oh, I'm good, God. Like, I'm here now. I've arrived. I'm good. You've never arrived. We've never arrived. Like, it is constant. And you have to continuously, like, humble yourself before God and just be like, I'm nothing. Like, even on my mountain, I'm nothing.
Yeah, and it's like, how often are we trying to be a good Christian instead of being Christ-like? Yeah. And it's like, even just, like, comparing ourselves to other people, and it's like, oh, well, like, I do this more than this person and stuff. And it's like, that is, like, so unchristlike. Like that is just like comparison is just
the thief of joy.
It is, because you are filled up with pride and stuff because you think you're better than someone, which we're not better than someone, or you're filled up with insecurity, which is another form of pride because you're just thinking about yourself over and over again.
That one verse, it's like, humility is not thinking less of yourself but thinking about yourself less.
C.S. Lewis.
And that's like, I had to write it on my mirror because I'm the kind of person where I'll talk myself down and I'll be like, you suck, you're nothing, whatever. But I had to realize that it's not, because that's honestly focusing on yourself still.
It is.
And it's like, you have to stop just thinking about you. Like, there's so much more in the world than you. Like, if I'm thinking about me all the time, I can't think about sweet Lizzie and her life and how I can help her and, like, your friends. Like, to live a life for others is to live a life like Christ. Like, he walked on this earth for others. He walked in your pain. He walked in your sorrow. He walked in your anxiety. He knows what it's like to have to go away to Christ and speak to God and be like, God, like, why, like, how are you using this situation right now? He's walked in what we've walked through. He feels you. He knows your emotions. But he also lived so servant-heartedly. Like, even when he was walking through the, like, pathway and the woman touched his robe, he stopped. He doesn't keep going. He doesn't plow through his day to get through his check marks. He stopped for the people. For the paralyzed man, he stopped. For the woman at the well, he stopped. For all of the different scenarios, he was like, I'm gonna take a moment and I'm gonna be here and see what the Lord has to do through me. And so it's so important to, like, live for others and just be like, how can the Lord use me for others? Because at the end of the day, like, yes, it's important to have self-care and to, like, look out for yourself and to best steward yourself for the Lord, but also keep your eyes on other people in the way of wanting to serve them and wanting to help them and not idolizing them or comparing yourself.
And the heart of it has to be Jesus. I mean, we just keep on going back to Jesus, but it's so true. Like, it's like, even just like with my self-care, and it's like, okay, like, yes, like, I'm taking care of my body, I am working out, but the heart of my workout has to be for Jesus. And it's like, the other thing I like to say is that, like, you can't control what other people think of you. And thank goodness you cannot control what God thinks of you and stuff. Because he loves you no matter what. And he is always there in love. but you can control what you believe about yourself and how much you think about yourself.
Yeah.
And like, we can choose to just dwell on like all of the ways that we aren't good enough and all of the ways that we don't measure up, or we can choose to look on God's faithfulness and see all of the ways that he does measure up and how he was the perfect sacrifice for us so that we are able to live with him as imperfect beings.
Yeah. And when you said like you control what you believe about yourself, what you speak over yourself.
Yes.
Is
oh my gosh.
huge.
I've been learning the importance of words recently.
Yeah, because it's like, it's so easy to just throw words out.
Yeah.
And be like, ugh, I'm so ugly today. I'm so whatever. I suck. Like, even if you're saying it in a sarcastic way, it still has power. Like, it's so important to clothe yourself in righteousness and beauty every morning with the Lord. Like, when you wake up and you look in the mirror, what you say about yourself matters. Like, if you wake up and you say, I'm a child of God, I am going to work for his kingdom today, and speak it into existence. Like, that is something I've had to work on, because I sometimes will say my prayers in my head at night, and I'm like falling asleep on my pillow, and then I go to bed and I wake up and I'm like, I forgot to say my prayers. And it's like I say it in my head, but when I speak it out loud, it's almost like a confession of my heart.
Yeah.
Just speaking into existence.
I love praying out loud. Praying with people too.
Yes.
And godly community is so important too for this. Just like having people that encourage you and lift you up, but also call you out at the same time too.
Yeah.
And it's like when you're speaking down on yourself, or when you're saying something that doesn't glorify the Lord, like who's gonna be there and be like, hey, you shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
And stuff too. Because like it's so important, obviously in a loving way, to like call your friends out and stuff too. Because like we're called to call each other higher as Christians as well. And also like when you're insulting the way you look, like basically you're calling God a bad artist.
Yeah, because he created you.
Yes. And so like
I've had to learn that.
Yeah, and it's like you're insulting the Lord when you insult yourself.
Yeah.
Like the way you look, because he made you in his image.
Yeah.
And it's like, don't you think the Lord is beautiful?
Yeah.
And like if you like, even just like, I know this is, a lot of people have talked about this, but like looking around at like the like ocean, the waterfalls, the beauty of nature, and it's like God calls you his masterpiece. And so like even just thinking about that, how beautiful must God be? Like more beautiful than the most beautiful person, more beautiful than the prettiest sunset.
Yeah.
Like God is just, he's
those
so
sunsets,
beautiful.
man.
Those sunsets.
They are so pretty. Like, put me on a like truck bed by the cow pasture watching a sunset.
I want to get back to your place.
We need to. That. Yeah, I'm gonna do a hometown visit with Lizzie, and
yes,
she can.
Please.
We should.
And then you can come to the worship night in my hometown. It's the most amazing place ever.
Guys, we're just like planning our own little trips.
Yes.
We should totally do that.
Yes.
That'd be so fun. And then also like there's like this beach by my house, and we'll like take a guitar out there and just worship by the water. And like what you were saying is I have it on my wall like 5 times back home, but it's like he looked at the mountains, the stars, and the seas, and he looked at the world and thought it needed you too. Like you are as valuable as Mount Everest. Like you are as valuable as that like insanely vast ocean. And I was watching a movie, oh shoot, it's the one with the artist. He's a Christian artist, and it'll come to me, but his like wife ends up dying of cancer. And you might have heard about it. I don't know. Maybe.
Know if I've seen it.
Maybe it'll ring a bell in a second. But it's like before she passes, she and her husband are like at this museum, or I don't know if they actually got married. They might have. But she and her husband are at this museum and they're looking at art. And one of the lines that she says is like, out of these billion trillion stars, out of the world, there's you. Like God created you. Like he literally created. Like if you can wrap your mind around that number.
Yeah.
Like I don't even think I can name more than 50, 100 people in my life. Like I can't even think about that many stars. And then on top of that, that many fish, that many like blades of grass, grains of salt. Oh my gosh, like when you really think about that number, that's like uncomprehendable. And then to think that he was like, we need Lizzie Farrell on this earth at this time, at this moment, at this place in Auburn for my glory, for the Lord. Yeah. Like, wow.
Like Esther 4:14, you were made for this moment. God put you in the place that you're at for a reason. Yeah. To encourage the people around you and to show them love. Because I mean, even just like thinking like to mission fields and stuff, and it's like missions are so amazing, but also like it's so amazing to be here and show people love here too.
Yeah.
And like a mission field doesn't just have to be somewhere in Africa.
Yeah.
And stuff too. And it can be in your hometown. It can be with your friends. And just like anywhere.
Yeah. That's so good. And like I think so many times people think, oh, I don't have a mic in front of me, or I don't have a stage, or I don't have a platform.
Serve.
Can I tell you what? You don't need a stage. You don't need a platform. If you have a voice, even if you don't have a voice, sign language, bro, like you can literally serve the Lord in any way. Like it can be at your local church that you're just ministering. It can be at the Publix that you go to with the cashier and you talk to them and you ask them how their day is. And sometimes ministering isn't even talking about Jesus. It's being a light of Jesus. And like some people have struggled really bad with church hurt. And so at the mention of a church, they turn a deaf ear. But maybe a conversation about, hey, how's your family? How's your life? You can show them an aspect of Christ that they may not have seen. You might be the only Bible some people have ever read. And like, yes, talk about the Lord, be a missionary, like go spread the gospel in every way that you can. But also I've learned like some of my closest friends have come to Christ through me not even talking to them about Christ, just being a friend to them, being like, hey, do you need a place to stay? Stay at my house. Do you need a food? Like, and that's not to glorify me by any means, but to glorify the Lord and just being like, sometimes just being a light of him is like how you show him.
Because like such a huge part of my testimony and stuff is, hey Lynn, if you're watching this.
If she's made it 38 minutes in.
Oh my goodness, 38 minutes already, wow. Praise the Lord.
Yeah, wow, we really don't struggle with content, guys.
Professional yappers.
We like to call ourselves D1 yappers at its finest.
Yes. But anyways, a huge part of my testimony is just my best friend Landon being there by my side throughout everything. And just her listening to me cry on the nights where like I didn't know what to do and stuff, and her just always being a Christian throughout that. And stuff too. And so just like truly being a light for God. Yeah. Like obviously you want to talk about Jesus and you want to mention him when you can, but also just like listening. Yeah. And being there in love and just showing people the love of Jesus through everything. Through every season, through every hardship. Because oftentimes through the hardship is where we grow closer to God. Yeah. Because we're really being put through the fire. And
you're like on your hands and knees.
C.S. Lewis says that pain is a megaphone to rouse a deaf crowd. And stuff. And so like even just like when I got my wisdom teeth out, like I
want to see those videos. That would
there actually were not videos because I was bawling my eyes out. Oh no. No, I got out of the like room, or like I woke up and I immediately started crying.
Oh my gosh. And then, but you know that they say that when you're on like under, that's like your true emotions or something. When it's just like sobbing. It's okay, mine was worse. I was screaming at everybody.
No, because I literally, me and my grandma tried to do a puzzle and stuff, and then we were trying to do the puzzle, and I just started crying my eyes out because I didn't understand the puzzle.
That's so funny.
Oh goodness. But anyway,
sorry. We got off here.
But I got my wisdom teeth out, and like, I was in obviously pain, and I was like, why did like I have to go through this? Like I felt fine, like my wisdom teeth didn't hurt me and stuff, but it's like if I would have gone on and let my wisdom teeth like grow out, then it would have caused so much more pain than the pain that I was going through to get them out and stuff. So a lot of times God will prune our life and he will take things out, and it causes us pain, but the pain that like it causes us is so much less than the pain that would have happened if they would have stayed in our lives.
That's such a good analogy. Thanks. I love that. Yeah. Okay. Period.
I like a lot analogies.
No, that's so good. And I think of like cutting sin its root, because like sometimes people will be like, oh, like if like let's say you're trying to cut out alcohol, right? And it's like, okay, well, I'm not gonna drink Monday through Friday, but Saturday and Sunday I'll have some. But it's like if it's truly an issue and it's truly like bearing something so heavy in your life, cut it at its root and get rid of it completely too. Yes, like if you are still hanging around 10 people who are getting drunk all the time, that is not gonna help you get sober. Or if you're like, maybe it's not that extreme, maybe it's just social media, maybe you're struggling with an addiction to, you know, the way that people view you and your likes and your followers and your content. And like as somebody who does post on social media, I even have to check my heart sometimes. Hard. Like why am I posting this video? Do I pray over the video? Do I know like why I'm posting it? And like do I care, like am I using God or am I allowing God to use me? Like there's a difference. And like I think sometimes it's so easy as like a Christian content creator to be like, you know, I want this video to go viral. It's like, no, like,
I want this video to glorify God.
I want this video to glorify God. If it gets 1 view, so be it. Like, that 1 view, that one person might have been changed. And even if they're not, the Lord's waiting. The Lord's pruning. And, like, just learning to be okay with that, because for the longest time, I think, like, social media was such a devil's platform in my life to be like, you know, if you're not posting enough, or if somebody's not viewing you a certain way, or if you're not getting the amount of likes and comments and all that stuff, like, if you are not cutting those things at its root, it will affect you and it will consume you. And so, like, for social media, I did like a 6-month fast of it, because I was like, I can't have this anymore. Like, it was controlling my life, and when I got it back, I had to revamp the way I saw it. And instead of seeing it to post in outfits or ways to get boys' attention or to get likes or views, I was like, Lord, use it for you. Like, I don't want to be seen anymore. And like, just cutting certain things at its root is a way to completely eliminate that sin to the best way that you can out of your life. And it's not going to go away completely, but like, the temptation and the struggle will start to wither
as we fix our eyes upon Jesus. Yeah, and I heard this one quote, and it's like, an idol is a good thing turned into a permanent thing. And stuff too. And it's like, social media can be great. Like, you can use it for amazing ways that glorify the Lord. But if you're putting social media over the Lord, then that's when it becomes a problem. It's even that way with like friends and stuff too. Like, I struggle with like idolizing people and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I just want to like love these people, and like I just want them to love me and stuff too. And it's like, no, like, that's not. We're already content in our like faith in the Lord, and the Lord's love is what matters the most. And so it's like, even just like, what, like we were talking about earlier, what are you spending your time thinking about? Like, are you spending your time like meditating on the Lord and stuff too, or are you spending your time meditating on different things?
Oh, that's so good. Oh my gosh, wow, this was snaps. I feel like I could just sit in here and yap with you all day.
Wait,
wait.
Wait, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been such a blessing. Even just getting to talk to you, I feel so blessed to be on your pod.
Oh my gosh, like, this is the Lord's podcast.
I could literally yap with you like for ages.
I know, and I feel like we should literally just like duet this most of the time, because when I'm here by myself, they get sick of me, guys.
I'm sure it's amazing.
No, but I like having someone to bounce ideas off of, because it's like we just like bounce off of each other. But thank you guys so much for listening, and
thank you so much.
Always remember to look at the bright side.
And I love you, and Jesus loves you more.
Jesus loves you. Mwah, mwah. Have a great day.